Today we're going to be doing something really awesome. You guys may not know, but I am a massive Pokemon nerd. I've been playing Pokemon pretty much all my life, to be honest. Pokemon Pearl was one of the first video games I ever played on my old DS Lite, and I've been keeping up with the Pokemon franchise ever since. So there's this cool website called Pokemon Cries, which you can probably guess what it does. It says it basically on the tin. You just have to guess a bunch of the cries from all the generations. However, I'm only going to do from Generation 1 to Generation 7, because I don't really know Generation 8 and 9's cries. I've played all the games, I've completed all the games, but I don't know. Generation 8 and 9, I kind of really played with the sound off while I was focusing on other stuff. However, I'm feeling quite confident with a lot of these generations, especially Generations 4 and 2. Generation 4, of course, was my home turf, and I played a lot of Heart Gold. So we're going to see how this goes out. So I hope you all enjoy the video. If you want to see me do more fun Pokemon-related content, be sure to let me know and I'll do it. But without further ado, let's get started with Generation 1. Alright, who's up first? Oh, thank God. Okay, I get this one. I thought that was Rhyhorn for a second there, because I'm like, you can't put Rhyhorn and Charizard on the same one. But no, this is Rhydon. I know Rhydon's cry. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's gotta be Clefable. Yeah, I know Clefable's cry. It's very distinct from these three. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Ponyta. A Pokemon I don't really use a lot, I'll be honest. I'm more Team Growlithe or Team Vulpix rather than Ponyta. But yep, that's Ponyta. Alright, who's up next? Ah, this is a little clever, because I know some water types can sound the same. But that's Mew. I do know Mew's cry. Number 5. Oh, that's a tough one. Well, I know it's not Kadabra, and I know it's not Rapidash. Because Rapidash is like, da-da-da-da. I know it's not Rapidash, so it's either Exeggutor or it's Kakuna. Let me hear one more time. I'm gonna go with Kakuna, but I know it's one of the two. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Abra. I use Abra all the time whenever I can, especially in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, where you can learn all of the elemental punches as an Alakazam, and they're all special type in that generation, so yep, Kadabra and Alakazam are pretty freaking busted in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Vaporeon, my favorite evolution. I even have a little Vaporeon Funko Pop on my desk at the minute. I know Vaporeon basically taught me how to play Pokemon. My favorite evolution, and not for the stupid copy pasta. I used Vaporeon a lot as a kid, so yeah, that's Vaporeon. Number 8. Ah, that's Raichu. I want Raichu's cry to be this instead of what it is now, which is like the electrical sound effect. I just think it doesn't really fit Raichu as much. I like it when the Pokemon sound like, you know, actual animals. So yeah, this is Raichu for sure. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Gloom. Nidoking's cry is very iconic. It's like, and we've heard Vaporeons, and I know it's not Electabuzz, so that's Gloom. Alright, oh, I see Lord Helix, but is it him? Let's see. No, that's Rattata. Or Rattata, or Rattata. I don't know, it's one of them, but I know it's this guy. Hey, we got all 10 of them right. Alright, so that's Generation 1. So let's move on to Generation 2. Alright, up next we have Generation 2, which I'm also feeling very confident about. Let's see who we have. I have a feeling that's Remoraid. I know it's not Espeon, and I know it's not Umbreon. They have very distinct cries, and I don't think it's Quillfish, so it's gotta be Remoraid. Alright, who's up next? Ah, that's Wobbuffet. Cursed me. I hate Wobbuffet. You know, I used to play a lot of randomizer Nuzlocke back in the day. If you encounter a Wobbuffet with Shadow Tag, and it knows something like self-destruct, Wobbuffets can be a pain in the ass to deal with. Even in regular Nuzlocke, when it can trap you and use Counter or Miracle and you don't see it coming. Wobbuffet is a jerk, but it has a distinct cry, so I know this is Wobbuffet. Who's up next? That's Natu, right? I don't think that's Skiploom. I know it's not Elekid or Houndoom, though I think that's Natu, but I could be wrong. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Raikou. My favourites are between him and Entei, although Suicune is my favourite legendary hamster, or I mean legendary beast. I'm a big fan of Sugar Conroy, so I'll always say that. So yep, I know for a fact that is Raikou. And that is how you say his name, by the way, Raikou. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Wooper. Yeah, I like Wooper. Even though my favorite water ground type will always be Swampert, but I have a soft spot for Quagsire. He's just so derpy, we love him. Who's at number 6? Ah, that's Houndoom. Brr, brr. One of my favorite fire types. Although I've yet to use it in a playthrough because, if you would believe it, I believe Houndoom is one of the Pokemon that despite being in Generation 2, you can't get it until Kanto for some stupid reason. I would love to do a playthrough of like Heart Gold with Houndoom, so yeah, I love Houndoom. Question 7. Who's next? Oh, that's Blissey. Any competitive player will have PTSD upon seeing Blissey. The struggles you had going against this thing, or heck, even in Diamond and Pearl, when you defeat this thing, it takes like 12 years for the health bar to deplete. You've seen the video, hopefully, of somebody trying to defeat a Blissey, and then just watching its health bar tick down pixel by pixel. It's pretty brutal. Alright, who's next? Oh, that's a tough one. I know it's not Porygon 2, and I know it's not Hoppip. It's between Politoed and Macargo. My gut's leaning towards Macargo, so I'm gonna go with that. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Shuckle. Yeah, a very distinct cry. I don't know why I can remember Shuckle's cry, but that is Shuckle. Alright, who's up next for the final one of Generation 2? Oh, that's Miltank. It sounds like it's mooing. That's how you can tell it's Miltank. Also, screw you, Whitney, and your overpowered Miltank. But yeah, I know that's Miltank. Yes, I was right. I was a little bit cautious on Remoraid, and especially on Macargo, but I just had a feeling it was those two. So now, on to Generation 3. Generation 3, who's up next? What? Alright, well that's gotta be Shelgon then, because I know Breloom's crying, I know Silcoon's crying, and that does not sound like a Sphere. So that's gotta be Shelgon by process of elimination. Right, who's up next? Oh, that's Swablu. It sounds the most like a bird, that's how you can tell. Also, I never used Swablu or Altaria on a Pokemon run. My dragon type of choice was either Salamence or Flygon in Gen 3, but that's Swablu, I know that for sure. Alright, who's at number 3? Oh, that's Gorobus. One of the most terrifying Pokemon to ever read about. Seriously, look up its, I think it's Pokemon Sapphire Pokedex entry. I'll put it on screen. Yeah, that's pretty messed up, I can't lie. I don't know how they got away with that, but they did. But yeah, that's Gorobus. Alright, question 4. Huh? I don't know this one. Alright, well, it's not Vigoroth and it's not Milotic. So it's either Kecleon or Spinder. I'm going for Kecleon, personally. Alright, question 5. Oh, that's Snorunt. I don't know why, but I just recognized that Snorunt. I know it's not Regice, because Regice is like, ooh. And I know it's not Hariyama, so that's Snorunt. Alright, who's next? I think that's Shiftry. I don't think that's Gulpin, and I don't think it's Anorith, so I'm gonna go Shiftry. Who's up next for number 7? Oh, now that's Altaria. You can tell also, again, because it sounds like a bird. I think I know all of these, so let's see. Alright, that's Slackoff, then. I know it's not Blaziken, and I know it's not Swallow, and it's definitely not Spawning, so that has to be Slackoff. Alright, question 9. Whoa. That's either Huntail or Shuppet. I think it's Huntail. I know it's not Combusken, and I know it's not Zigzagoon, so I'm gonna go Huntail. Alright, finally, for number 10. See, that's Blaziken. I know that's Blaziken. Yes! I was right. I had a feeling it was Huntail because I was like, it's too deep to be a Shuppet. Because I'm pretty sure Shuppet's kind of more higher pitched, but I don't know. Gen 3, I was a little bit shaky on because it's been a while since I've played. Now, Generation 4, if I don't get all of these right, I'm going to be really annoyed. Because, like, this is my generation. I should know all of these. Yep, that's Burmy. I know that for sure. Oh, that's got to be Rhyperior. I know it's not Perugly, because Perugly is like a meow. And I know it's not Gallade or Manaphy, so that's got to be Rhyperior. Alright, question 3. Oh, that's Baneri. I encountered so many Baneris in Eterna Forest, so yeah, I definitely know what these things are. Or they sound like. Be careful of frustration, though. These things can take you down very quickly. Alright, who's up next? All Psychic types. Well, actually, no, Toxicroak's poison. Oh, well, that's Bronzor. You can tell because it sounds metallic. Question 5. I mean, come on, who doesn't know this cry? I'm so happy we got this one. It's Kricketune, of course, yeah. Probably the most famous Pokemon cry out there. One more time. Yeah, that's Kricketune. Alright, who's next? Oh, that's Mesprit. I hated going against this thing when it was roaming around, but yeah, I know that's Mesprit. I know Vespiquen, Piplup, and Perugly, so yeah, process of elimination, it's Mesprit. Alright, question 7. Oh, that's Regigigas for sure. Fun fact, by the way, in Diamond and Pearl, when you find this thing, it's level 70. However, when you go against it in Pokemon Platinum, it's level 1 for some reason. I don't know why they lowered its level so much, but they did. It's still useless either way because of Slow Star, but I mean, if you can find a Pokemon to swap its abilities with, it's pretty strong, but minus that, stay clear. Alright, well, I know all of these, so I'll get this right for sure. Yeah, that's Staravia. Let's be honest, if you've played Generation 4, you've used a Staraptor before. Question 9, I do know all of these as well. And that's Gible. I love Garchomp. Alright, final question. Right, that's Magmortar then. I know it's not Torterra, I know it's not Bonsly, and I know it's not Mamoswine. That's Magmortar. I knew it! I knew I'd get all of them right in Gen 4. Like I say, I am a Sinnoh baby. I know all of Gen 4. So there we go. All the cries there. So, Generation 5. I'm also quite confident on this one too. Because Generation 5 probably has my favourite cries because they're all so distinct. Let's hear it. Yeah, that's Crocodile, as MNJ TV would say. Very distinct. Alright, who's up next? Oh, that's Fracture. It sounds really aggressive, so yeah, that's the Dragon-type Fracture. Alright, who's up next for question 3? Ah, that's my boy Drillbur. I love Drillbur, and I actually used Excadrill for the first time when I played through Pokemon Shield, and it carried. I love Excadrill, one of my favorites. Question 4. Oh, that's Vanillite. You can tell because it kind of sounds a little icy. So yeah, that's Vanillite. Alright, who's up next? Ah, that's Roggenrola. It kind of sounds like it's in a cave, so that's how you can tell. I should know this one. Yep, that's Lilliput. Sounds like a dog barking. Alright, question 7. Ah. You see, I wouldn't normally know this one, but I know this one because I rematched the Elite Four so many times and beat Alder so many times leveling up Pokemon. That's Excelgor. I never used one because I never had anybody to trade with. Alright, number 8. Oh, that's Bouffalance. Sounds like a bull. That's how you can tell. Alright, who's up next? Ah, that's Scraggy. I really wish Ash would have evolved his in the show. I would have loved to have seen a Scrafty. But no, that's Scraggy. Alright, finally for number 10. Ah, that's Sigilith. I don't know why I remember its cry, but I just know it's so distinct. That is Sigilith. Yes! Admit it, you are a Pokemon. Congratulations, you mastered this generation. So I played Generation 5 a lot. Generation 5 was when I really learned how Pokemon played. I mean, I played Generation 4, but I was only like, what, 5, 6 years old? I was very young. But Generation 5 was when I really started to, like, get how Pokemon played. Onwards to Generation 6. Right, I should get some of these. Let's listen. Oh, that's gotta be Pyroar. I know it's not Greninja because it's like, where, and I know it's not Helioptile or Swirlix, so that's Pyroar. Right, question 2. Ah, that's Delphox. Always getting so much hate, and I never understood it. I'm pretty sure my brother used Delphox and I used Froakie when we first played through X and Y together, but I never got the hate for Delphox. I like it. Alright, question number 3. Ah, that's Frogadier. I love Frogadier. Alright, number 4. Who is this? I have a feeling that's Helioptile. I know it's not Honedge, and we just had Pyroar, and that doesn't sound like a Chloritzer, so that's got to be Helioptile. Question 5. Oh, I don't know this one. I don't think it's not Aurorus and it's not Braixen. I don't think it's Meowstic either. I think it's Bergmite, but I could be wrong. This might be the first one I get wrong. Right, question 6. That's Dedenne, right? I've got a feeling that's Dedenne. It's not Aegislash, I know that for sure. And I know it's not Diggersby, and I don't think it's Bunnelby. So that's got to be Dedenne. Number 7. Of course, that's Yveltal. Or if you have the shiny version, the Bacon Bird. Yes, that's Yveltal. I had Pokemon Y, so I would know. Alright, question 8. That's Braixen. Gotta be Braixen. I know it's not Holucha, I know it's not Sylveon. I don't think it's Floette, so that's gotta be Braixen, right? I suppose we'll see. You see, that sounds like a Floette. I know it's not Klefki, and again, we just had Yveltal, so I'm going with Floette. Alright, final question. I should be able to get this one. Or maybe not. I don't know. That's either Tyrant or it's Pangoro. I know it's not Noibat, and I don't think it's Tyrantrum. I'm gonna go Pangoro, but again, I might get this wrong.
Mission failed!
Yep. I had a feeling I'd get some of these wrong, right. It's been probably literally over 10 years since I played through Pokemon X and Y. I really need to play through it again. Who did I get wrong? Pyroar right, Delphox right, Frogadier right, Helioptile. Ah, it was Meowstic, but I never seen the male version of Meowstic. Ah, that got me. Dedenne, I know Yveltal was right. I know Braixen was right for it. It was Tyrunt. I had a feeling. It was a 50-50. I'll take that considering I haven't played Generation 6 in over 10 years. On to Generation 7, which will be the final one because I don't know Generation 8 and 9. It'll be very painful. I just know Gen 7, because I love Sun and Moon. Let's hear. I have a feeling that's Necrozma, because it's not Pikipek, and I know it's not Toucannon, so that's gotta be Necrozma, and I know it's not Buzzwole, I don't think. Alright, who's up next? That's Charjabug. I love its cry. I don't know why. But yeah, that's Charjabug. Alright, question 3. Whoa, okay. I don't think that's Trumbeak. I think that's Hakamo. I don't think that's Marini, and I know it's not Cortana, I don't think, so I think it's gotta be Hakamo, right? I suppose we'll see. Question 4. That's Sandygast. That's not Tapu Lele, and I know it's not Rowlet or Trumbeak, so that's gotta be Sandygast. I used Palossand, so I know Palosand's cry. That sounds like Minior. I don't think it's Type Null, and it doesn't sound like Mudsdale or Zorora, so that's gotta be Minior. Question 6. That's Wishy-Washy, right? I feel like that's Wishy-Washy. I know Cutiefly and I know Pikipek, and I don't think it's Meltan, so I'm gonna go Wishy-Washy. Number 7. Is that Marini? I think that's Marini. I don't think that's Steenie, and I know that's not Wishy-Washy because we just had that. And that does not sound like a Vikavolt, so that's Marini, right? Alright, come on, is this Mimikyu? Nah, that's my other favorite. That's Golisopod. Golisopod is one of my favorite Pokemon. It is in my top 10 of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So yep, that is my boy Golisopod. My brother has a shiny one of these, and yeah, I'm very jealous. But yeah, he got one. Alright, question 9. Okay, what? Alright, well, that's not Grubbin, that's not Rowlet or Silvally. Is that Crabrawler? That might be Crabrawler, but I could be wrong. Alright, and the final one of these for now, because again, I don't want to attempt 8 or 9 because I know I'll lose horribly. So, who do we have? Ah, you threw me a bone. That's Nihelgo. It sounds like it comes from another dimension, so that's Nihelgo. Oh, who did I get wrong? No, that was Boswell. Oh, I thought that was Necrozma. Darn it. Alright, well, you know what? Again, I haven't played Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in a while, so I'll take that. So I got only 3 of them wrong, so that would be 67 out of 70 then, because we did 7 generations. You know what? I'll take that. That is very good. I hope you all enjoyed this cool little test. If you want to see me do more Pokemon-related stuff, because again, I'm a massive Pokemon nerd, be sure to let me know in the comments section. But for now, I'm Dark the Damned. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, join my Discord by going to the description down below, and let me know what you think. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, my disciples.